Extraterrestrial. The Vicious Brothers, filmmaking duo behind the found footage phenomenon Grave Encounters, came back with something wonderful in 2014, a film called Extraterrestrial. And no, it is not a found footage film. It is, however, in my humble opinion, an indie blockbuster. What do I mean by that? Certainly wasn't a major studio release. It didn't play in thousands of theaters, didn't bring in those big blockbuster box office dollars. I'm saying it approximates the blockbuster experience. What do I mean by that? Okay, take Independence Day, for example, a blockbuster. It's not a comedy, but it's got comic relief. It's not a drama, but it has scenes of intense emotional resonance. It has a soaring orchestral soundtrack, great special effects, explosion, and shit, because that's what people expect from a blockbuster. It isn't necessarily what you expect from shoestring horror practitioners, the Vicious Brothers, but that's what you get with Extraterrestrial. It's a minor triumph, and I don't understand why this film is so vastly underseen and therefore underrated. This isn't one of those indie horror flicks with blinking lights in the sky and the suggestion of aliens. No, this film is overflowing with money shots. There's flying saucers and aliens everywhere, and they look great. If I'm being brutally honest, there isn't a lot about Extraterrestrial that is wholly original, but I think that's the point. The Vicious Brothers give us these villains that look like a cross between your standard grays and your tall whites. They're familiar, but they bring them to life so well that it creates a legitimate sense of menace. And there are great nods to all the other big studio UFO abduction movies from yesteryear. I'm talking about Close Encounters, Fire in the Sky, Communion. But in each case, it's almost like the Vicious Brothers are trying to lovingly one-up their influences, and they achieve the alien in the doorway, the cocooning, the invasive examination. And speaking of that, I mentioned comic relief, right? I've got 4 words for you. Death by anal probe. Extraterrestrial stars Brittany Allen. She's actually one of my all-time favorites. Such a wonderful actress. I suggest you check out everything she does, especially It Stains the Sand Red. She is the star of Extraterrestrial, obviously, and she runs the gamut. She grounds this film so well that you genuinely care about the outcome. And as for that outcome, don't forget that Extraterrestrial is a horror movie first and foremost. So, don't get too attached to anyone.